If you guys didn't see my video from last week, there's been some more drama involving Asus and Gamers Nexus, that whole RMA process scandal, where basically Asus was holding their RG Ally for ransom, and after my video came out, even more of you guys in my comment section, which was surprising, came down and told me about your story and how you had similar experiences, and basically how terrible their RMA process is. Thank you for sharing those experiences down below. So let's just jump right into Asus's response to the current situation, and they did it in a blog post called Enhancing Our RMA Communication Processes in US and Canada, which is kind of the first thing that they did wrong, was specifically only doing this for US and Canada, because it's not just a US and Canada problem. Everywhere is having this issue. Now, everything I'm about to read is basically verbatim exactly what they said in their blog post. Recent feedback has highlighted some gaps in our RMA communication process in the United States and Canada. We deeply apologize to our customer and the community for any confusion and frustration they might have experienced from this. We have taken your feedback to heart and committed to making improvements. Well, that basically is exactly what they said a year ago with the whole motherboard drama that they went through. And labeling it confusion is a bit dishonest in my opinion. What they were doing wasn't confusing, it was technically, but it was more being dishonest. They just weren't telling people information or wasn't sending out information that they claimed they have been. Overall, it's just very tone deaf. The next part reads as, we want to assure our customers that any repairs covered under the manufacturer's limited warranty have always been and will continue to be free of charge. It is never the intent of Asus to charge any customers a fee that doesn't directly address the device's malfunctions they are experiencing. We now recognize that the current processes and language used does not adequately convey this information. We are working diligently to make changes in the best interest of our customers. It's a nice sentiment, and if they are genuine about this, that would be nice, but again, they said the same thing a year ago when the same problems, different product, was happening again. And the current issue right now, specifically in Gamers Nexus' case, they never got the option. They sent in their RMA and they got an email saying, oh, we'll start the RMA process. Thank you for sending in your device. We'll email you with, what's happening in a few days. They got it, and then they got an email saying basically, oh, we discovered user damage, pay us $200, or you don't get your device back in a repaired state, potentially. There was no clarification until later on in the process when they claimed that they would have given you a list of what are your options. Their blog post continues to say, in addition to addressing issues on an individual basis with our customers that have come forward, we're also making changes to our RMA process effective May 16th, 2024. We have implemented the following actions to optimize the customer's repair experience. We are revising our repair pricing structure for out-of-warranty products. This includes a thorough review process for any abnormal pricing to ensure consistency, transparency, and fairness. First thing with this particular section, the problem was never necessarily the pricing. It was the fact that they jumped straight to pricing. The problem Gamers Nexus had was a dead microSD card slot that was not disclosed and a broken analog stick, which was disclosed. See whether or not, if they would discover the microSD card issue and fix it without any issues. And if not, that's fine. They sent it in for an analog stick issue. As long as that got repaired, it would be okay. But the problem was, even after sending it in and getting confirmation that has been received, the next thing that they got was, we discovered user damage on the display and you'll need a full display replacement. There was no consistency. There was just straight into it. And if it was an actual broken display, it wouldn't be unreasonable to have to pay something, obviously. But the fact is, that's not why it was sent in. On the RMA request was for a broken analog stick. So Asus shouldn't be doing anything involving the screen. Even if there was actual cracking or damaged or some other form of abnormality with the display, that's not why it was sent in. So unless asked, Asus shouldn't do anything, at least in my opinion. At most, they should send an email saying, hey, we discovered some damage. Do you want us to also fix this on top of the thing you sent it in for? But that's not what they've been doing. And judging by their responses in this article, they just aren't planning on doing that either, really. It's just a lot of business speak for nothing and almost effectively blaming the customer for not understanding their language. The next section says, currently we are performing a full analysis of devices sent for RMA, and customers are given a comprehensive list of all available repairs, free and paid, in our messaging to customers. We understand that this may have caused some confusion. When a customer has only ordered a specific repair, we will no longer automatically offer repair quotas for cosmetic imperfections unless they affect the device's functionality or specifically asked for by the customer. It is insane to think that they'll send you a full list of all the repair options, which some people might appreciate, but what they've been doing is not that. They sent Gamers Nexus a list of, the repairs that they're going to be doing, and the only one on it was the paid option. And in that same email he got, it said if you don't pay it or don't want to pay it, we may send you your device disassembled. Assembly is not guaranteed upon return, which is insane. It goes on to read, we will update the verbiage in our automatically emailing system for improved clarity, so our customers always know what repairs will be offered for free and the terms and conditions relevant to the device in question. Again, this is just all business speak for basically functionally blaming the customer for not understanding their processes, and in some of their emails, most people don't receive this list in the first place. Overall, this whole situation is just relatively disappointing. I really like Asus. They make amazing products. But for people who can't repair their own devices, or a device that can't be repaired yourself, like one of their ultra thin laptops, a display, something that you can't adequately do yourself without going through a warranty or an RMA process, means for some people, I can't easily recommend their products. Like I said, I love Asus. They make great things. But whenever I will talk about products of theirs in the future, it will always be with an asterisk, stating that they make great stuff, but if you ever have an issue with it, you might run into some problems. And I seriously hope, with all the business speak that's in this document, they do genuinely make efforts to fix their RMA process, because this is the second time this has happened. And not even specifically just with the ROG Ally. It has happened for people with their laptops, their graphics cards, all sorts of a myriad of issues people have had, from being charged outrageous prices for cosmetic damage, or not given the immediate option of just repairing what the person had asked to be repaired in the first place. It might sound hyperbolic, or even a bit dramatic, but I deeply care about my electronics, and I hope the companies that I buy it from will uphold their own warranties. And seeing Asus's actions recently makes it hard for me to recommend them. But like I said, I will keep discussing and looking and reviewing their products. It just would be with an asterisk on the end of it. What do you guys think? Did this whole drama with Asus make you not ever want to buy another Asus product? Or is it just a confirmation that you already knew that Asus is not particularly great when it comes to RMAs? Did this even affect any of you? I'd love to hear more stories that some of you guys had over the years. Some of you guys left some down below in my previous time I talked about this, and they were very disappointing to hear, because Asus, like I said, is an amazing company, and it's just terrible to see some of their favorite and most diehard customers get treated poorly. I would love to hear what you guys think about this down below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All the other social media coverage down below. And last but not least, have a wonderful day.